I need to unwind and laugh before going to bed. 87 minutes later. Bo Burnham, you son of a bitch. I was not the biggest fan of Bo Burnham's stand up. Sure, he had his moments with his pitch perfect parody of Bro Country and writing a song about how hard it is to be a straight white male. I honestly was more of a Tim Minchin guy myself. It wasn't until his film 8th Grade that I completely got him as a comedian. With 8th Grade, he took his story of coming up on YouTube and filtered it through the perspective of a 14-year-old girl making awkward vlogs. While looking up some of the songs from this special for my personal enjoyment, there was one underlying thread that Bo Burnham had to walk away from the stage as he was suffering panic attacks.
Because it's also hard to really come to terms with panic attack when you're like doing something ridiculous.
Right.
You're like, I've had 10 panic attacks in my life, 9 on stage,
Oh my
one
God.
on a train between shows. So it's always been linked to this.
But not only is Bo Burnham inside his best material, it's one of the best films of the year. Burnham wrote, directed, shot, and edited this entire special from his own house with no crew, using DSLRs and whatever lights he had hanging around. It's clear that he took the pandemic to his advantage and experimented with his basic piano-driven comedy songs and added textures to them. Also, this film has no business looking as good as it does. Looking decidedly disheveled, Burnham tackles subjects ranging from a white girl's Instagram to the very fact that he just turned 30 in 2020. Every joke he makes lands. But not just that, they take sharp right turns. In the aforementioned white woman's Instagram, he reveals that the titular white woman is going through the grief of both of her parents being dead before shifting back to a humorous tone. Or the simple fact of Bo Burnham telling jokes while playing a laugh track on a laptop. That's just a depressing image in and of itself, and it's so brilliant at the same time. It also helps that Burnham also takes the time to parody trending videos on YouTube, including a hilarious parody of Twitch streaming where he is playing a Heavy Rain style video game of himself crying over a piano. But what made me love this film was how I personally related to it. I sat there watching this film exactly like Burnham, putting an unusual amount of pressure on myself only to miss self-imposed deadlines. The first song of this special has a lyric that hit me in my gut.
Getting up, sitting down, going back to work. Might not help, but still it couldn't hurt.
When I watched Inside, I just put it on to wind down, but I found myself completely relating to Bo Burnham putting pressure on himself to release the special in a timely manner. That's what Bo Burnham perfectly captures in his new stand-up special. Burnham intended to record the special in 2 months, but 2 months turns into a year. There were moments as a photographer where I didn't touch photos because I was so overwhelmed. Because oftentimes I would have to go into work immediately after a photo shoot. Last month, I came down with COVID. I just now turned on my computer for the first time since my COVID announcement on YouTube a month ago. In my Invisible Man review, I had some lofty ambitions for creating during COVID, but I hit a standstill. I didn't have the luxury of being unemployed. I am an essential employee. When I came home, I found myself tired dealing with increasingly rude customers and being understaffed. It was a personal victory to even put out a video. In my experience, I felt like a failure for not creating and missing my goals. But at the same time, 2020 wouldn't let me. It was such a shitty year that I didn't feel like creating. At the end of my favorite films of 2020 list, I announced that I would stop doing Ryan Watches in a video format. Yet still I feel stuck. With YouTube's algorithm, you are pressured to make 10-minute plus videos to appease the algorithm, and you have to release the video while the topic is trending. There are videos I have yet to release in which I ask myself, will people like this? Will anyone be offended by it? When I edit photos, I'm my own worst critic. I will kick myself when I see a great looking photo in my camera only for the raw file to come out blurry. This is going to be a short video because as it is, I feel like I am overwriting this video right now. There's a line in Bo Burnham's final song that perfectly captures how I feel about creating.
Am I going crazy? Would I even know? Am I right back where I started 14 years ago?
Those 3 lines are my inner thoughts whenever I create anything. But I say this, if you create in any way, watch Bo Burnham's Inside. It's because of this film that I've decided that I'm not chasing algorithms anymore. I'm going to put out whatever the hell I want, whenever the hell I want. Be sure to like, comment, share, spread the word New Realms Media. Follow me on all my socials at New Realms Media. And until then, Gucci!